right? So that's a rough estimate, and they do fluctuate. So you get different types of panels. There are more expensive panels because their efficiencies are a lot higher. And what that means is that they can actually change the light to electricity in a much more effective way, right, with less losses. Okay? What that translates to is the size of the panel. In other words, this is what's called a polycrystalline panel, poly meaning many. It uses many crystals. If you had the same type of panel in a monocrystalline, which is a single crystal, it would be essentially slightly smaller. Okay, so you would need less space to produce the same amount of power.
Okay, so if you made like your own solar panel, would it work the same as a solar panel you buy?
Yes, actually yes, you could. There are, I actually work with some high school students, and we take cells, individual cells like these, and we solder them together, and we make our own solar panel. And essentially it works the same way, right? It's still taking light, changing it into electricity, changing it into a DC current. Depending on how many cells we solder together will determine the amount of voltage that it can produce and the amount of amperage that it can produce. In other words, how much force there is behind the electrons and also the actual flow of electrons, which is essentially the current. So yeah, you can. Now the problem is on your house, right, because there's building codes and things like that, they won't let you use them. But if you want to do something, let's say in your backyard, like build a small generator like this, you could absolutely build the solar panel yourself.